Pink Fohawk is a crass, vulgar, violent, raunchy podcast that is meant for immature adult audiences only. Content warning is available in the description.
Welcome to Pink Fohawk, everybody. This is an actual play podcast set in the Shadowrun universe. My name is Ben. I'm the game master. Let's talk to our players. Let's get this going.
I made up a term here. I don't know if it's a real term. I like the term shadow punks. I don't think it's a thing, but I'm gonna use it. Hey, Shadow Punks, I'm Dan. I play Tina Bone Meal. She's just a mountain of meaty troll muscle, just out here looking for a friend, cracking skulls and crushing balls.
I love it. If you want to be really Shadowrun, say chummers. Chummers.
Oh, chummers.
I like how he made up his own thing.
Shadow Punks, go for it. Fuck it. I like
Shadow
it.
Punks.
Shadow
It's
Punks.
like cyberpunks and Shadowrunners.
I'm Christian, and I play John Anderson, a former company man and black belt in Aikido, who is desperate to make enough money to feed his expensive habits.
All right. So this is session 2, and we're going to get started here. What I want to do at the beginning of every session is have you guys give me what I'm going to call a shadow fact, which is like just a quick little tidbit of information about your character that we wouldn't otherwise know.
Okay.
You know, it's just some sort of insight into something. It can be as big or insignificant as you want it to be.
So as we talked about, this Shadowrun Seattle universe is in basically the same universe you and I have all grown up in. Tina, she found this old box of VHS tapes down in an abandoned warehouse basement. And she found an old VHS player. And so she's got like all these VHS tapes. And like that's her kind of one of her side hobbies is she just watches old movies. And she's a big like Stallone fan. She watched Cliffhanger on VHS. And
Nice.
She came across a movie called Free Solo about this guy named Alex Honnold who like climbs with no ropes.
She has this on VHS.
Somebody ripped it onto VHS. Somebody's grandpa ripped it onto VHS, put it in his cardboard VHS box along with some of his like 70s porn. There's this shot of Alex Honnold, like he just single knots his shoes right before he's about to climb like this 2,000-foot cliff and almost die. And she was just like, oh my God, like if that comes untied, he's dead. And then so like Tina double knots her shoes always. She always has in everyday life. But this got into her brain and it incepted the idea that if she just single knots her shoes, it like makes her live in the moment, turns her on. Any step could be her last step. And so that's what keeps her fucking sharp when she's shadow running.
So Tina's the kind of person that thinks that someone who single knots their shoes is reckless.
Yes, very much so.
She's flirting with disaster a little bit there.
And if you guys don't double knot your shoes, don't tell me it's going to ruin our friendship.
I'll tell you what, Dan.
Like, I'm not.
I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something.
When I see my wife single knot her shoes, she goes out on like a long run, and I'm just like, "What are you doing?"
I always double knot when I know that I can't be bothered by a shoelace untied, which is most days.
Okay.
But there are times.
I always single knot, and I'll tell you why. Because I've got reliable laces.
Always. Hold on a second.
Always.
Are you being serious? Or
I'm being completely serious. I have very reliable laces.
Are you trying to tell me that your shoelaces don't come untied?
No. They do not unless I fucking want them to.
Very reliable laces?
Well, okay, let me put it into context. For the last about 8 years, I had desert boots. First of all, the laces were really fucking hard to untie when I double knotted them, like really fucking hard. And so I started single knotting and I realized that laces are very reliable on desert boots. The stock laces that come stock.
I guess. That's just disappointing. I can't stand it.
Okay, I have a shadow fact.
Okay.
So, John Anderson, his mother cheated on his father with a magic-using elfish person.
Okay.
And so he has a little bit of a prejudice against magic users.
Did it destroy their marriage?
Yes.
Okay. It affected John.
John's always hooking up with like hippie magic using chicks that he claims to despise. And he's super embarrassed about it. Doesn't want anyone to know.
We are going to run a spin-off podcast called Infidelity.
Nice.
That's amazing, dude. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Poor John.
Oh man,
John's a tortured
That's
man.
deep. That's
it was
deep.
just magic in the bedroom.
That's right.
Ooh, that's a shadow fact right
That was a
there. That's a
shadow
good one. I like it. Little Johnny Anderson's just doe eyes, just like looking through his
God,
their
he seen
bedroom
it. He
door,
saw
and just
it.
like he saw it happen, just like his world shattering around him. And you were the one who told your father about it, and it was just like it's all your fault, but it's not.
Oh man, that's horrible.
I mean,
I was gonna say business in the front, magic in the sack.
Oh, that's amazing.
Did you like that?
That's the tagline for Infidelity. Business in the front, magic in the sack. That's incredible. So now let's fucking play.
let's do it to it.
Let the games begin, gentlemen.
Let the games begin. Where we were, you guys had just made it onto, well, you met with a Johnson. He was from the mafia, and he wanted you to go into the shipping docks in downtown Seattle, the main shipping docks, to Terminal 18 and help get a chip out of there. The place was kind of on lockdown from a bunch of gangers that went in there and fucking occupied the place. And the Lone Star had surrounded it. Tina, you had taken your boat with Rory, and you came in from the northeast there. And John, you rappelled down from the bridge, and you're sneaking around currently, trying to find. I think you're trying to find what the gas.
I'm trying to find a place to put an explosive charge.
Big gas tanks.
Yeah.
And so you're currently sneaking around. You've been unseen so far. And Tina, you had snuck up a ladder there, and you were right in the Terminal 18 area.
Yeah.
And you got spotted by a ganger.
Okay.
Hey, who the fuck is that? Who is that?
Oh fuck.
And Tina just kind of pauses, and she turns back to Rory, and she goes, "Rory."
All right.
And Tina like lays on the ground.
Oh, right. And he's like, that's right. Get down on the ground, you fucking hornhead. And he steps on the back of your head, and he's like, I got a fucking troll. I got a fucking trog. And the guy's like, what? He's like, what the fuck? And he runs over to get closer.
And as he runs over to get closer, Tina springs up from the ground, because I assume he's the only guy who saw this. Like the other people didn't.
So what's your reaction? I'm going to give you a chance to surprise him.
Okay.
Your reaction's 4, so roll 4 dice. Target number's 4.
I'm rolling 4 dice.
Yep, you're roll. He is, I am, and so is Rory.
Okay, I got a 3 and 3 ones.
So you did not get any successes. He got 1 success, but Rory got 2 successes.
Wow.
So he
Good boy.
he sees you start to come up, and he's like, "Oh shit, she's getting up!" And as he says that, fucking Rory takes his fucking predator and shoots this dude, and he's using fletchet rounds, so this is gonna be good. He's got firearms 4. So he fucking shoots this dude, and it just blows straight through the fucking soft tissue of his nose. These fletchet rounds, they just fucking like cave a hole in, like just slice straight through his face, and he just like,
Fuck.
oh, and he just fucking falls down right next to Tina.
Does his gun have a silencer on it?
It does, but I still have to roll to see if anyone heard it, because silence is not completely silent.
Well, they could have heard his body drop.
Tina just goes,
It would have been great if like Tina was around just to catch the body.
just with like one hand, sticks it out, and like,
If you want to do that, roll a quickness.
quickness. I got a 5. I can't roll my combat dice though.
No,
right?
it would just be a straight skill check. Target number 5.
Trying to hit 5s. I got 2 5s.
Then you catch him. You catch him easily.
Yeah. So Tina just like she's looking at Rory when this happens, and she just sees him raise his gun and just sees the muzzle flash, and she just turns around and just does like a yoga pose and stretches out and like puts her palm out and just catches the guy about 6 inches off the ground, and then rests him on the ground.
Sick.
Nice. So I'm doing a little perception test for some folks. They did not hear anything, or it seems like no one heard anything.
Nice.
Seems.
And Tina just like sidesteps over closer to the containers, like kind of dragging this body, and then just kind of tucks him in next to one of the containers, like out of sight.
Cool. So yeah, so where you're at right now, you're right in front of like this line of cargo containers that are stacked 4 high, and they spread as far as you can see, almost from to left and right. Like I said, there is clear markings for Terminal 18, so you know sort of your area, and there are a few alleys that are about maybe like 8 feet apart.
How high are these things stacked?
4 high. So what is that?
Okay,
That's
so okay, so we have multiple.
It's
containers stacked
tall.
up 4 high.
Yeah,
okay.
that's like maybe like what is that? 40 feet, maybe.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
We don't see, and these other guys walked away. We don't. Yeah, me and Rory don't see anything else going on here.
There's two guys to your right, but they're like 130 some feet away. Another person probably the same distance to the left.
All right.
You actually hear a portable, like a buzz saw go off.
Okay.
And you can hear these gangers are like cutting off locks. Someone's going along the cargo containers and he's just like sawing off the locks and then just going down. You just hear it kind of sporadically turning off and then whirring back up and cutting through a lock and whatever.
Tina is just kind of like Rory. I assume Rory comes right up to Tina and they're kind of got their backs against these containers, and she reaches into her pack and pulls out that ultraviolet light.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta slip into one of these alleyways here. Follow me. And she blazes that ultraviolet light on, which nobody can see, obviously, and she just starts scanning all of the containers in front of her.
So the way I'm going to run this is I'm going to have you roll an intelligence, which is basically perception, and the target number is going to, each time you search, it will be progressively easier, but right now it's going to be pretty difficult. So the target number right now is going to be 10.
Well, I got an intelligence of 3, so just like average.
Let's see how it goes.
I got a 5.
Okay.
That's it.
So you're going around waving the flashlight and you don't see anything. Let's go back to John. So John, you're sneaking around on you're on the west side of the island?
Yes.
And what are you up to? What are you trying to find here?
I'm searching for a gas tank that maybe I'm like tapping the outside lightly to see if I could hear if there's a lot of fuel in that tank.
So roll me an intelligence.
So I also have 3, so that's the number of dice.
Mm-hmm.
So Tina and John, we're like the same intelligence.
I know, isn't that interesting?
It is interesting.
Because you play a lot dumber than me.
It's true.
Well,
so I wonder if I'm playing this right.
Tina also...
John's never tried to be smart, but...
Tina also only has 0.35 essence, which means she's like barely even human at this point. She's so almost more machine than troll.
She's a little strung out, naturally.
Okay. I'm going to roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
The target number is...
The target number I'm going to make... I'm going to say 4 because you actually looked at the map before this, so you're kind of familiar sort of with where you're looking.
And this isn't that difficult. I mean, I assume most of them are fairly full.
Yeah.
Bango, bango.
That's
bongo.
2 successes.
2 successes.
You've knocked on a couple of these and you're not quite sure. Then you knock on one that just like it sounds right. It's got the flammable logo printed all over it. You're like, this is the one. This is something that's going to blow pretty big if I blow this up.
I wanna secure a couple mines, and I want them to look like the mines from GoldenEye.
You want it with your arms straight down. You want it to fly out of your chest and attach to this.
Yeah,
attach to this tank. Let me do a little copyright infringement and find those exact sound effects.
That would be amazing.
So yeah, you're gonna not a mines though, right? You have C4, right?
I'm sorry, C4.
You have like plastic.
I can't.
You got plastic explosive.
Yeah. No, I'll just go with the plastic explosives. Strike the GoldenEye ref.
And how much do you have?
I mean, if that thing's gas, if that thing's oil, that's gas.
12 kilos.
12 kilos, and you got rating 6.
Put on one little block of that shit, it should go.
He's even got a timer detonator and a radio remote detonator.
You know what else I read about the grenades in this world is all of them can be set to booby trap between 2 seconds and 2 minutes.
I'm going to set a timer.
Oh, I love it.
For 15 minutes.
15.
I'm going to then choose to also use the remote radio detonator. This is in case I get captured.
I like it. Okay, so you can
There's no way these aren't
anytime
going
you
off.
want, but then you've got like the backup, like 15 minutes just in case.
Correct.
All right, now we're.
I love how you striked the GoldenEye reference, but then you went with another GoldenEye reference with Alec Trevlin's plan to escape the facility.
That's true.
So, John, you just set some fucking plastic explosives along. How much are you using? You making this? You lighting this sucker up?
I mean, I don't really understand. Like how much do I need here?
I don't either. I wish I knew explosives a little bit better. But Dan, you're a geophysicist. You ever use C4?
A few times, but not very often.
I don't think it would need much.
So a brick? You just lay a brick on it
Yeah, maybe it should be a good brick.
with wires and a little clock on top.
Maybe it should be a kilo.
Fuck yeah! All right, you throw a kilo down on this fucker.
I hope it's actually an oil tanker.
I don't even think it'll matter with 12 kilos. That might not even matter what it is. It could be cereal. It'll still be a huge
1 kilo.
explosion.
No, I'm just putting 1 kilo down.
1 kilo, sorry. 1 kilo.
1 kilo
Of rating 6 plastic compound is now sitting on this tank. And is that, what are you going to do now, John?
I'm going to radio in Tina. Tina,
Tina's phone goes off, and I don't know if this is problematic because she's kind of like trying to be stealthy right now. It's like Tina's phone rings. Let's just say she had it tucked so far like into her inner thigh that like it did ring, but it just kind of like it was very muted.
It just felt
good.
And
she was like, "Oh, all right, that must be John." And she goes, "Oh, hello?
It's John. I just put the C4 in place.
Okay.
Set to blow 15 minutes, but I can trigger it at any time."
Okay, sounds good. I'm over here at Terminal 18. We're checking stuff out right now.
All right. I'm going to make my way there. I'm going to try to cautiously approach.
John.
Serve as a backup.
John.
Yes.
Rory saved me.
Rory?
Yeah.
Are we talking about the same Rory?
Who's that? This guy saw me, and I turned around. I just saw the muzzle flash, and then turned back. Guy didn't have a face.
Yeah, no. Just be careful the next bullet doesn't blow off your face, all right? Rory's not very accurate.
Rory's staring at the barrel of his gun and in a depressed but shocked. He's in shock at what he's done.
He's shocked.
It could possibly be the first life he's ever taken.
Tina has this idea, and she's like, "Rory, I say we go up. They're not going to be up top. But if I can get up on top of these cargo containers, I can shine the light down from above and see which one it's on. Less chance they'll see us up there."
"Oh, it's a great idea, Tina. It's a great idea." And he bends down on one knee and he goes, "All right, let me give you a boost."
And she doesn't even hesitate. She just like steps right onto his hands and just like as hard as she can, just like tries to launch herself up to like grab this ladder rung that's about.
I looked at the deadlift rules in Shadowrun, by the way, because I was wondering how much Tina could actually lift. I found out, by the way, Tina can lift 572 pounds.
That doesn't seem like much.
She can comfortably. She can carry. I know. I looked it up, and people were pretty pissed about trolls. They're like, "Come on, like, it should be able to lift more than this." But I will say, I'm going to stick to the rules on this one. Rory can only do 30 kilos, which is about
60.
What is that? Is
60
that 60 pounds?
He can't lift his own body weight, half his own. That's
But Rory sucks. It fits his character.
I'll figure that out.
If you had like a 10-year-old child, that's like 30 kilos, 60 pounds. Like you could just
I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, he's definitely not lifting Tina. He's underdeveloped. Like a 3, if you have a rating 3, you're average. If you don't, you're below average. He's below average in strength and body. He's a mousy little guy with a blonde bowl cut. And here he is trying to lift up Tina, who's fucking 9.5 feet tall.
She's going for it.
He tries to boost you, and your foot, your huge booted foot, just instantly brings his fingers down with them, like as if nothing happened, and you just hear a crunch.
I think it would be funny if this is what kills Rory. Just this one move.
I'm gonna give no dexterity to shoot his guns anymore.
I'm gonna give you a reaction. Quick, can you roll me a reaction?
Oh, reaction 4. Okay.
4. So roll 4 dice. Target number is going to be, I'm going to say target number is going to be 5.
I got no successes.
Rory fucking screams.
Oh, shit.
I was going to give you a chance to cover his mouth because he's just like, and he's just like, ah! He just lets out like the fucking.
Can I just punt his head off his body instead? Is that okay?
I love it.
No, let him scream. That's okay.
He screams.
We were being so careful, and now we're botching it.
So I'm going to roll real quick to see if this actually happens while the buzzsaw is going.
Okay.
And this is just kind of like a luck roll. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to say I'm going to roll 4 dice, target number 4. If any of these fucking come up, then you will.
It's like Indiana Jones in the library style, like with the stamp. Completely coincidental.
2 successes.
Nice.
So it's this thing. The buzzsaw.
As the buzz.
The buzzsaw whirs up, starts to whir up, and he's like, ah! He lets out this little scream. And you have enough time, Tina, to cover his mouth real quick once he starts to scream. But
okay, after I realize what's going on.
You lift your boot up, and it's just a fucking mess. The fucking blood exploded through the tips of his fingers, and his fingers look like split hot dogs. Like they just fucking exploded, and his bones exposed. It's all mangled and crunched.
Tina looks at his mangled fingers, and she goes, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet." And like some of the bones are exposed, but it's more like just crushed bone. And like Tina's like got her hand over his mouth and he's just like muffled screaming and she's like, oh no, oh no, they look like split hot dogs.
John's gonna call at this exact moment. He's calling
like,
back.
Is it bad? Is it bad? He's not looking.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's bad. It's bad, Rory. These are not gonna.
Rory's just in shock.
I'll tell you what. Just climb on my back. I'll take your gun. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know what? I can just reach up and grab this ladder. I don't even know why we did that. I can just reach it. I'm pretty tall.
John's
and she's just
calling in.
Oh, and she like fumbles for her phone again inside her underwear is where she keeps it. She like pulls it out. She's like, John.
I'm getting closer to the containers. I hear some buzzsaws.
We have a problem. Rory really fucked up.
Are you guys close?
You're right. Rory was a fuck up the whole time. This is not good.
Oh my god!
He has no fingers left.
Fingers?
We're without fingers with Rory. But if he has a mind that we can use, we're good.
Wait a second. What happened? What happened? Did something to do with the buzzsaw? I'm like confused.
He just put his fingers right under my boot. I was going, and then it just like, and they're gone.
I love that. In the span of like 2 minutes, you just got on a call and talked about how sick he was. His fingers are gone.
Oh my god! Wait, I'm trying to get in character.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what's going on. I really don't understand what's going on. Is he blowing the whole fucking mission? Is he blowing?
Nope. He's still good. He's on my back. We're going up right now. We're going to be okay. We're going up on top. We're going up on top.
Rory, are you saying Tina, do you need me to come in as backup, or should I stand up somewhere where I can come in and support you when needed, like maybe like a sniper position or something?
I think you just get in here. And you got to be somewhere because we're going to find this thing pretty soon. So you might as well be on real close. Rory's going to be right literally on top of me. So
Rory is shivering in shock on your back, and he stuffs his fingers in his pockets for some reason. He's and he's just like on your back, just fucking shivering.
And she just
like
goes,
maniac.
Try to keep it down.
They feel numb. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. I don't want to mess this up.
Nope, you're good. You're doing great. Just keep thinking about those troll insults. We're going to need to keep those sharp just in case.
Oh, you fucking trog.
Oh, that's good. And she just starts climbing up the outside of these containers. And he's just kind of like got one arm like hooked over her shoulder, and she's got her head like pinned sideways with like her head down, like pinching his arm onto her shoulder so like he doesn't fall off. Well, she's just fucking
like cauterized.
Like
she's gotta like
scaling this container like she's just going straight up.
I like how graceful she is.
I was hoping Ben wouldn't make me roll for that. I feel like she can handle it, but she's going up on top.
So you're able to climb up on top of these because there are ladders. You're right. Like you can actually get up on top of these things, and you're able to basically carry like 300 pounds easily. Basically, like Tina can without even having to like break a sweat.
Yeah.
You get up on top, and this guy you can hear the buzzsaw is getting like a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And I don't know what you want to do, but if you're peek
we're staying
over,
low. Like we're up on top and then staying low. So like they're like 4 containers down below us in any avenue that they'd be in. So they can't like see us up there anymore,
right?
Unless they're on top of the containers themselves. Like
there's no one on top of the containers. They're all sort of down on the ground.
Yeah. And then if she has to jump from like container to container, then she can do that. But.
And you can, from your vantage point now, you can see like obviously to your back are the cranes, right? And where your boat is sort of
my boat
back
is
there.
Back there. Yeah,
and in front of you, you can see sort of like there's some maybe like 6 or 7 containers deep of what you're on. Like these containers that kind of are up, and then after that is just like a stretch of a few roads. And then you can see some buildings in the middle of the island. And past those, you see some of the gas containers where John is.
Okay.
So he's sort of just due west of you back there.
Nice. Yeah, she's just going to like stay low. And like she's still got like, she's like gently lays Rory down on his back as he's just kind of like whimpering. And she kind of puts a hand over his mouth. And she pulls out her light and just starts shining it on all of the containers around her.
Okay.
From this high vantage point.
Let's do another.
See the marked container.
Intelligence check. This time, target number 8.
Still 3 dice. Always will be. Oh, I got a 6.
Okay.
And then I roll that 6 again.
Yep. And if you get a 2 or higher?
Got a 3.
So you are shining this light along the tops of these. You're moving along the sides and trying to get as many as you can. And you just catch a different color that like lights up sort of in the,
Okay.
and you see it's just like a giant star that's just like painted onto this thing.
Okay. About how far away is it? Is it like the bottom row? Is it like a stacked up one? Is it
It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom. And it's sort of, but it's unfortunately, it's closest to the roads in the middle. It's west of you.
Okay.
It's one of the last in that row. John, as you're moving east, you see ahead of you, about 70 meters away, there's a ganger, and he's got a machine gun. He's looking around. He looks like he's keeping watch.
Okay.
And about another 70 meters ahead of him, there's another ganger. And this guy looks like, he's a long ways away. He doesn't look like he's carrying a gun. He looks like he's carrying like a bat or something.
I think John's going to try and sneak around.
Okay.
First guy.
All right.
Trying to keep a low profile.
Low prof.
Just trying to go around him. And then maybe go for the back guy and disarm him by using my Aikido style.
I see. All right. So we're going to say, okay, so this guy's got it. Do you have like a stealth skill, John?
Yeah, stealth 4.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is this.
Hey, he's a fucking ninja, man.
Roll 4 dice with the target number 4.
Got it.
And we're going to compare it to his intelligence. 2 successes. He's sort of kind of looking around, and just as he turns his head, you're just a shadow that moves across the screen, and you're able to move along the west side and then up to the north side of the building.
I think it's funny if John, he's still wearing his full suit, but I think he should have slipped into like boat shoe, like yacht rock boat shoe.
So John, you're able to see now the other ganger is just sort of pacing back and forth, and he's kind of moving toward the south. He's looking away from you, and he's moving south. We're gonna cut back to Tina here. Tina, you're able to see a ganger. The buzzsaw turns off. You see him moving up to this container right here, just north of the container that was marked, and he starts to turn the buzzsaw on, and he's cutting that lock.
So Tina quickly goes over and checks on Rory. She says, Rory, how are you doing?
Oh, I sure wish you have like a tourniquet or anything to help me. I'm sure I'm losing a lot of blood, it looks like.
Tina has... What does she have? I got a survival kit. What's in a survival kit?
I believe it's like a med kit. You could do a medicine check on him.
Yeah, I'm going to do med check on this guy.
So just so you guys know how this works, it's hilarious. There's a skill web. If you don't have a certain skill, you take the closest possible skill and you use this web that lists all the different skills, and you just count the dots to the skill you want to use, and each dot adds a +2 difficulty modifier.
Oh, shit.
So it's going to be hard.
Tina has a med kit. She just didn't think as to like why or how she would use it. It's how most first aid kits go. Like you put them in your car, and then you're like, oh, I'll use that someday, and then you finally open it up 7 years later, and like all the band-aids are dried out, and like you never used it, and like she takes out the tourniquet, and well, let's roll some dice. She got 2 5s. I don't know what my target is. She didn't get any 6s, so.
So no, so you're like fumbling in there, and it's like you see like a bunch of old dried out band-aids, but you're not like able to like really make anything.
She does find a tourniquet in the med kit, and she goes to like tie it around his finger, and then just like cinches it down way too tight, and his whole finger, like one of his fingers, just pops off. And we'll just say it's like his pinky finger. Not a big deal.
I think at this point, it's just like it's numb. He can't even feel his arms, like from his like elbows down. He's just kind of like, oh, okay. I actually think they're feeling a little bit better, actually. And he kind of lifts them up. And I mean, you can't even tell which way his hands are pointing. His fingers are pointing in so many different directions.
She's like, yeah, no, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better.
Oh, God. Rory's going to fucking bleed out before this is over.
So Tina is just like, yeah, it looks a lot better. And she like puts him up on her back, and she's like, it's now or never. And she's going to try and do this very stealthily, but I think the gap is a pretty easy gap for her since she's so tall, but like she takes a running leap and jumps over and tries to land on top of the adjacent container, but it's still like 4 containers up from the ground level where the star is.
Let's consult the skill web.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
can fucking run and jump.
It's an 8-foot fucking gap between them.
I'll make you a deal. If I can't jump 8 feet right now in my basement, like I will make it a fail.
What?
But okay,
easy.
But okay, she's carrying probably a 200-pound. He's about 175, soaking wet. But still, she's got a 170-pound guy like barely clinging onto her back. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. That's all I'm saying.
Measure out 8 feet in your room right now and look at how easy that looks.
I mean, I guess
You could do it with a running. You're right, but I'm just saying it's you're trying to be quiet, right? You're
right.
trying to carry this guy. It's a little bit difficult. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just looking at the skill web here.
You make me roll whatever you want. That's fine.
Okay. Quickness, athletic. Honestly, it's not that bad.
She has a strength of 10, by the way.
I know, and so you
Quickness
should
of
be good.
5. So you tell me what that means.
So it has to be quickness. That's still pretty goddamn good. Okay.
Okay.
So it's going to be a target number of 7.
Okay. Ooh, so I got to roll at least a 6.
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. I got 2 6s on that one.
That is an automatic success.
It's automatic 7.
All right.
Automatic 7, and she got an 11. So
Tina, how many successes? You got 2 successes?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say you were actually pretty quiet about it, too. You were able to like land on the balls of your feet just perfect, and you kind of keep it all together there. Rory, he seems to still be on your back.
so
You're
smooth.
good.
He doesn't even know we left
I want
the
to see a
ground.
trail of blood. I want to see a trail
Just
of
a
blood.
single
like, drip.
drop of red blood comes down and hits one of
It
these
should, like,
gangers
spatter
on the
across
nose.
though, like a fucking anime.
Yeah. The Ganger is smoking a cigarette, a drop of blood puts it out, and he looks up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the buzzsaw's still going. So you're masked. He is not able to hear you, and you're now like right above this guy, or you can move right above him. He's 40 feet down though, because you're still four stacked up.
And she's looking down. She's scoping out what's going on down below, or that ganger who's walking around. And if she's going to dial up John right now. So she dials up John, and it rings.
John, I just did the sick jump over the gap. I got Rory on my fucking sick. Well, anyway, we're right above the container. I've confirmed I'm right above the container. I'm 4 containers up. It's about 40 feet below me. Do you see me? Can you see me?
And she just kind of like waves her hand in the air. She's still crouched down, but she's like waving around a little bit, her arms.
Yeah, I can see you. What's going on with Rory?
He's still hurting a little bit, but I put a tourniquet on there. He's doing good. He's doing real good.
Tourniquet?
Yeah, I guess, we're afraid about bleeding out and whatnot.
Is he fucking this up? Is he fucking this up for you, Tina?
He's all thumbs over here, literally right now.
Fucking useless. Fucking useless.
John, as you're on the phone, you see a ganger move out east of the building, and he looks like he's like leaning in, and he spots Tina waving her arms up like this.
Oh shit, he saw me.
All right, John's gonna go in for a fucking judo chop. This isn't a knockout. This is a kill. This is a judo kill.
Okay, let's see. What's your aikido? If you're using an aikido,
I'm sorry, aikido. Excuse me, not judo. Aikido.
Are you using a judo? Because I'll need to consult the skill web.
No. Aikido. My apologies.
So you got a 7 in aikido, so you can roll 7 dice.
Yes.
You can add from your combat pool too. You have 5 dice. You can
All
add
of
to
them.
Really?
Yeah, you can add 5 of your combat pool dice.
For your
to this.
combat, you can use
But
them.
don't I run out of those?
No, you
Permission?
can reuse them every turn.
Doesn't that seem like
It's a lot.
easy for one enemy?
I'm sorry, but in the art of aikido, do you care about your opponent? Do you give him a chance? Do you even give him a chance?
John does, because he likes to fuck with his prey.
John's over there having a 10-minute karate fight with this guy while like
John takes all of his weapons off and he waves them over.
All right, fuck it. So 12 dice.
7 successes.
Holy shit, dude!
take his head off.
Hold on. I want him to aikido chop to the neck in his carotid artery, and I want a little bit of blood to come up through his eye.
Oh shit!
Like John should have like an aikido move that's called the brown note, and it just like makes guys shit themselves to death.
It's like a weird whistle that he has. He's like, it's like super deep whistle, but it's like a dog whistle. It can't be heard.
No, I looked this up once. It's like 4.5 hertz or something like that. I looked it up once.
That's amazing.
The brown note.
What does it stimulate? Your fucking coccyx?
Something in your colon that just vibrates it at the perfect frequency that makes you evacuate.
John, you've mastered the brown note, but it unfortunately interferes with your subvocal phone, and it actually makes Tina shit her pants too. Okay, so he got a success, 6 net successes. You basically chop this dude in his fucking neck, and you just hear it's a soft crunch. His entire larynx is destroyed. Anything structural in his neck is just pulverized.
The strength of my muscle replacements just...
Your muscles are just ropes along the bottom of your arm, and they just fucking slice through his neck, and you see just blood squirt out through his fucking eye.
Fuck yeah.
As he falls to the ground. I'm gonna roll to see if this guy hears the engagement. He's 50 meters away, which makes it a little harder to hear.
Tina sees this entire thing happening, but it's just like one of those distant, like wide shots where just like, but it doesn't look as dramatic from Tina's perspective. It's just like John's just like walking up and then just like this guy just falls over and she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, Tina, you're able to see a very, it almost looks choreographed. It's so rigid and stiff. Like he runs up like Austin Powers and just stops and chops this dude, and then he
Yes, exactly.
He runs just like he's spread
That's
wide.
why I said judo before. That's exactly what I was thinking. Could I have walked up to the guy and chopped him very slowly and deliberately, like you're saying? All of a sudden, I sort of move with like sort of cat-like speed and go to the guy who's like 15 yards ahead of him to fly and kick this guy in the back of the neck.
I love it. Yeah, so John, I'm going to give you, let's do another reaction.
Okay.
I did not realize how much of a ninja John was.
Yeah, roll me a stealth first, sorry.
Because I jinxed
roll me
your
another
roll.
stealth. So you get to roll 4 dice, and I'm going to roll his intelligence. Target number 4. Oh. A tie.
It's gotta go to John, right?
You both see each other at the same fucking time, so we got to roll initiative.
I love that. I love that he notices. That's even better
like-
if he still gets a
He
boot to the
turns
face.
around and all he sees is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
panting John
Exactly.
approaching him like a cheetah.
Exactly. In a full business suit, mind you. And then he gets a fucking Sonny Crockett boat shoe to the face.
The aspect ratio narrows as he fucking turns and sees John coming in.
A 3d6.
You get to roll 3d6 plus 8, dude.
Tina's just standing on top of this container, just waving her arms, making herself a mark, and John's just like being a ninja running around and just picking people off that are like, who's that troll on that thing?
All right, so John, you go first.
Wait, so hold on. I'm using 7 dice plus the combat, which is 12.
Yeah, you can do that again.
Yeah, you definitely should.
The target number is going to be 4.
Okay.
9 successes.
Holy shit!
I want to kick his head clean off.
He got 1 success. So you have 8 successes. Yeah, you kick this dude. You just see the smooth sole of a boat shoe smashes this guy's chin straight skyward, and his head, you just hear just like an accordion crunch as his fucking neck goes all the way back, and the back of his head like flat flush touches the back of his back. He gets kicked so fucking hard, and he just he fucking wobbles down and falls down to the ground. He's dead. All right, let's move back over to Tina.
So Tina saw all of that. Like Tina definitely saw John take out those 2 guys in the course of about 4.5 to 6 seconds, and she's just like, her jaw dropped a little bit.
By the way, I just want to ask, how much time has elapsed since John set his 15-minute timer?
5 minutes. She's got 10 minutes going. This guy, he in this amount of time, he has finished with this lock. The buzzsaw turns off. He starts to move around south here.
So she's gonna let that guy continue to walk directly like underneath her if he's on a beeline in that direction.
Yeah, he's moving straight over.
So as he's moving over, as he gets directly beneath her, she's going to just very easily, very simply, I gotta ask you a question, because this is something Tina would need to know. Can she jump 40 feet without getting hurt?
I mean, she's 9 feet tall, so I would say that it's not gonna really hurt her. It's just gonna be. It's not gonna be.
Tina's gonna wait until he gets almost directly below her and time it so that she's just going to step off the top, and all 550 pounds of her is just gonna barrel down 40 feet and land directly on top of this troll killer ganger, and she's gonna try to literally just accordion crush him into the ground.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna be the same effect as if you jump down 15 feet. Or no, not sorry, 25 feet. But it's not going to hurt you. If she does it right, she's not going to get hurt.
Tuck and roll, plus she's breaking his fall.
Oh, what's happening to Rory?
Rory is just sitting in a ball up on the fucking cargo container.
I left Rory up top just staring at his fingers.
Got it.
So what am I rolling, Ben?
You are going to roll quickness, and you're going to roll 5 dice, target number 7.
Okay. Oh boy.
Any sixes?
Nope.
So you jump down, you land on this guy.
Okay.
But he doesn't, Tina in her mind's eye sees this guy just like easily collapsing. Maybe it's from being inspired and seeing how easily John took these two guys down.
Yeah,
She's
that's definitely
thinking
what it was.
like, oh, I'm just going to like pancake this guy and not even, stick the landing,
Yep.
You hit this guy's shoulders and he's just a little sturdier than you were able to establish, and he doesn't really fall right away. He kind of falls aside and knocks you kind of to the side, and you fall down. You take a light stun wound as you fall to the side. It's going to give you a penalty of 1 on initiative rolls and also any skill check.
I got a tank of body. Target number 4. 4 successes.
It's going to take 6 minutes for that stun damage to go away. You basically twisted your ankle.
Oh. Okay.
Not like a sprain, but just like a twist.
Light twist. Tweak.
Little tweak. So you fall down. This guy's like, oh, fuck. And he falls down. The buzzsaw scatters and slides across the pavement. And he's gathering himself up and looking. So I'm going to do a reaction test for you and this ganger. Target number 4.
I got 2 5.
He got a 5 and a 6. What's your reaction? 4?
That's 4.
His is 2. So you win.
Nice.
Nicely done.
So what I do is I reach out, I just grab him by the face and the neck, because in Tina's mind, like, there's no point in trying to like muffle someone's cries. Like, if you can rip their larynx off, like, you're good to go. He's not gonna make any noise. It's just gonna be hot air coming out of his lungs.
You're going to have to roll an unarmed skill.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, because it's combat. But you can add your combat dice to it.
Okay, I got an
But you can-
unarmed of 2,
So you can
unfortunately,
add.
but I've got 5 combat.
So you can add 2 combat dice. You can only add up to the maximum of your skill.
That's what I'm gonna do. He only had the buzzsaw in his hand, right?
He doesn't have it anymore. He's got nothing in his hands right now.
So he's got no weapons or anything.
No, he's gonna have to do an unarmed against you, and he's
Okay,
only
I'm
got
gonna roll. What's my target?
4. Oh, actually no. It's gonna be 3.
I got 2 5s and a 3.
Oh well, then you had 3 successes. Okay, he has also 3 successes.
Okay.
How does that even fucking work?
We're gonna keep drawing.
I think it'd be funny if like she goes to hit him and he kind of like does like a block.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they both
think
kinda,
nothing
like-
happens if it's.
We're
a
just
tie.
like fighting with each other, and Rory's looking over the edge of the top 40 feet up and just like watching us
Yeah.
kind of wrestle it
Like
out.
you guys should go to
silently.
like attack each other and kind of shove each other both away.
Yeah, Tina, you reach for his face, but he's just a little quicker than you, and he just
Okay.
kind of ducks out of the way and shoves your arm to the side. And now he's gonna try. We're gonna roll initiative for you and this guy.
Initiative 8.
15. He has a pistol on his hip. He's gonna try to draw his pistol.
It's rock.
I like this is becoming like a James Bond. Like this is becoming kind of a difficult fight.
He is able to clear his gun easily. This guy. Okay, so let's just paint the picture about this guy because apparently he's a badass. I thought he was just gonna be a goon, but he's
he
actually.
just kind of shrugged off a 600-pound troll dropping 40 feet on his head.
Yeah.
He's oh, that's true. He should take some stun damage. He took quite a bit of stun damage from that. So actually, that changes a lot of things. I'm gonna reroll his initiative. That just changed everything. Okay, so you get to go first.
Fuck this! With one flick of her wrist, shrugs that 8-foot chain whip out of her sleeve because she's still trying to be quiet about this, and she just tries to destroy this guy.
Okay, we're gonna do. You get to roll your armed skill this time.
Arm skill, which is 6 dice.
He gets to roll. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Keep falling off. Oh, your target number is actually, I think it's fucking 2, dude.
Is it really?
Because you got reach. You have 1 reach, and then you have 1 reach with the chain.
She got 5 successes.
He got 3 successes. So you have 2 net successes, which means it stages up from moderate to serious wound. So you're going to be rocking an 11 serious wound on him. And now he has to roll his body dice to try to downstage that.
Okay.
Body dice.
He's got no armor on, so that didn't help him. He did not even get close. He basically had to roll an 11, dude. You fucking whip this chain around, and it does a serious wound to him. And he's already actually got a moderate stun wound. It broke his face. Like his face, like it fractured his whole side of his head. And he just goes down. He's unconscious.
Okay.
I love that it took us 20 minutes to get that resolved.
It's all right.
It's Shadowrun for you. So yeah, he's down on the ground. John, you've got two two corpses next to you, mauled and maimed by your mitts. Tina, you got a light sprain on your wound, on your ankle. Rory's got no fingers.
Rory's still way up on top. Tina's just gonna like grab this guy by the collar and just like troll drag him over into the shadows, right up to the doorway that she's about to like try to get into. And I assume John's got to be closing the gap, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that all this took place in about 2 minutes. So, John, you've probably still got about 8 minutes until this fucking bomb goes off.
Good.
Yeah, so Tina, you guys are both standing in front of the marked container that you both saw, that you were able to see. You can see on the container there's a pretty hefty, giant, like industrial strength padlock on this fucking thing.
Okay. She sees John trot up and she's like, John, did you see that?
Yeah, no, that was good, Tina.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, John, you showed up right when she just smashed this dude with a chain, but you saw like the whole like crazy battle going on back and forth a little bit as you were like running to help, and she took him down just before you showed up.
It's like, John, I found the container.
Nice work, Tina. Where's that idiot Rory?
He's up on top. He's okay. I think he's okay. You want to grab that saw right over there, that buzzsaw?
I'll get that buzzsaw.
She's figuring like the buzzsaw has been working this whole time, so nobody's going to be alarmed by it revving up or anything like that.
Right.
Is this one right here?
I'm going to give you the saw. I feel like that's more a you thing.
Okay, she takes the saw from John and she revs it up, and she starts taking this blade to the industrial lock that's on this door.
So yeah, it takes about a better part of a minute, but you are able to work through that 3/4 inch lock, padlock. You cut through it, it falls to the ground, and you're able to wrench this thing open.
Yeah, she grabs the door and just undoes the handle and starts pulling this door back slowly.
As you pull this door open, just this god-awful stench rolls out.
Really?
And it's shit, it's piss, it's the worst smell. It's the worst smell, John, you've ever smelled. Tina, you've smelled maybe worse, a little worse.
Okay. She just takes in the air.
It's not pretty. The stank.
And you also spy like a little bit of like it looks like smoke kind of rolling out from the top of this cargo container. Okay. And as you open it up, you can see there's like a light on inside.
Really?
As it opens up, there's just a man sitting on the floor. He looks like he hasn't showered in days. He's just smoking a cigarette.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's got a little temper foam bed mat that's down there on the floor next to him. And there's like a portable septic thing where he could shit in, and it's just overflowed with shit.
Okay.
And he says, "It took you long enough." And he pulls a drag out of his cigarette.
I look over at John and I don't say anything, just kind of inquisitively.
It's not ringing a bell for me. I'm confused.
And she goes, who are you?
Wait, who the fuck are you?
Tina Bone Meal.
Okay, did Zupa send you?
Zupa, Tina.
Zupa Leone, the mafia?
Yeah, Mafia sent us in here.
Okay, you were supposed to be here 3 days ago. I had to drink my own piss.
I'm so sorry. Do you know where the safe is?
The vault?
The vault.
I am the vault, yes. And he smokes his cigarette again.
And Tina's just like, the chip is inside the vault.
Yes, I brought the chip, yes. I am the vault.
I'm like, I should be like, hold on, Tina. Don't cut him open just yet. Because you're still the saw.
Okay.
Oh, shit, that was a good catch.
It's like, and the saw has been running just kind of like on idle this whole time, and she kind of like kills it.
Ease down, Tina. Ease down. I like put my hand on just turn the saw blade off.
And she kind of like looks over her shoulders just to check and make sure nobody's looking, and she kind of just like puts her hand on John's back and like ushers him into the door, and then kind of like halfway closes the door behind her.
So you guys are inside the cargo container right now.
Yeah.
The smell is fucking awful. And you can, as you get closer to this guy, you can, sorry, you can smell that he has been indeed drinking his own piss for 3 days. He was supposed to have been let out of this thing earlier, it seems.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. John's going to be disgusted. John should like pull out some like old cologne.
Just like, not again.
From his like pocket and just start like putting it up to his nose. Like maybe he dabs like a pocket square and just
shoves it into his nostril.
Yeah.
And you guys can hear in the background this like there's like a little air purifier thing, like a ventilator thing. It's supposed to it's basically kept to keep him alive.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's clicking as it's kind of breaking itself, trying to purify the cigarette smoke. He's just been chain smoking in this place. All right, so what's next?
You've got the chip?
Yes, I've got the chip. I've got the data. Yes.
I guess you're coming with us.
And as the door, you guys close the door, right?
Yeah.
You can hear like nothing. Like before, you could hear like some of the riots and some of the riot in the distance and a little bit like that, the cops and everything. With this door closed, it's like completely sealed. You hear like nothing.
Yeah.
What took so fucking long?
Well, our friend Rory, he hurt his fingers. It wasn't ideal, but we got here as soon as we could.
Is he work with Zupa? I've never heard of a Rory.
He's a great guy.
I'm sorry to hear about his fingers. Now, can we get the fuck out of here?
With pleasure.
And he starts to just get up and starts to push the door open.
And Tina just kind of like grabs him and like pulls him backwards a little bit and pokes her head out stealthily to try to see if
Roll me
anybody's
an
out there.
intelligence. Target number.
Oh, okay.
Target number 4. John, you can too. With the door open.
I got 1-4.
Okay, 1 success.
You said 4?
Target number 4, yeah. 1 success. So you guys can hear, it sounds like there's like excited chatter happening. A good distance away. It sounds like it's still a little ways away, and you can't really discern what direction it's coming from. The gangers are kind of yelling to each other about something. It sounds like they're kind of agitated and gathering together.
Tina, you got that boat ready?
I got it humming.
How far away?
I'd say about 100 meters.
All right. John's going to take out his remote detonator and blow the C4.
Oh, sick. So as you you depress this button, and
Tina's like,
What's that?
as you depress this button, like you guys are inside this cargo container, and it's like this concussion. Like the fucking ground feels like it just kind of drops for like maybe 2 inches under your feet.
Can the door of the container just like move a little bit?
Yeah, it's just like it fucking like swings out a little more.
and Rory's body just like falls right in front of them, splashes like.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
This deafening roar explodes from the west, and you just all of the chatter, everything just goes silent for a little bit. And you just hear like some car alarms going off that were on the island somewhere.
Nice.
What the fuck was that?
That's our ticket out of here.
Oh, okay.
Tina just picks him up
Oh, shit.
and puts this guy that's just covered in piss and shit up on her shoulder, and he's still smoking a cigarette. And she pokes her head out one more time just to make sure the coast is clear.
Roll me another intelligence.
I want to shout like Rory, meet us at the rendezvous point.
Tina got a 4 and a 5.
So you're able to see a glimmer of a guy about 90 meters away, but he's in like a dead sprint right at you.
I say we outrun this fucker and we just go.
We got heat. We don't want to get trapped in here.
Okay.
Let's get the fuck out.
I'll follow your lead.
And she just tears off out of that thing, and she yells up at Rory. She's like, Rory, boat!
You see Rory, he's been trying to make his way down this ladder, and he's got his like arms wrapped around the ladder, and he's doing a pretty good job actually. He's made it about 3/4 the way down. He's about maybe like 10 feet off the ground right now. I'm gonna do a little athletics roll for Rory. And you just see him as you yell Rory, he like kind of jumps, and his hands are just so slick with blood. It just slips right off this fucking ladder and falls straight back 10 feet down and cracks right on his fucking back on the ground.
Jesus.
It knocks the wind out of him. He's like,
Oh.
Tina is not going to leave Rory behind. So what she does is this. She's got this guy up on her shoulder. She pulls out a grenade out of her pack, pulls the pin with her teeth, and just bowling balls it in the general direction of the guy rolling at them.
Oh,
She's
fuck.
going to pick up Rory without even worrying about how injured he is, put him on her other shoulder, and she's just going to turn and start sprinting
damn.
in the direction of the
What's
boat.
your throwing weapons?
Throwing weapon 2.
2, so you can roll 4 total. Target number 4.
I got 3 successes.
So you're able to throw this thing between you and this guy.
It's got a little delay on it. Like, I'm not even trying to like throw it all the way to
Okay.
him. It's just like in his direction, so it kind of goes off at some point in time. She's not even trying to hit him. She's just trying to distract him with it.
Right. In that moment, you're able to kind of scramble out of this place and pick up Rory.
So I've got Rory. I've got this other guy who was smoking the cigarette covered in shit. One over each shoulder. And I'm just beelining straight to the east, right to where the boat is. And I'm assuming John's following me.
Yeah, John's right behind you.
Dead sprint, just huffing it.
As you're coming around, you get about halfway to the boat, and you find yourself sort of in between two gangers on either side of you, and then on your right side, there's actually another ganger behind him. So if there's three gangers, they're kind of moving toward your direction, and you kind of are both kind of stunned to see each other. One of them scrambles behind cover, behind one of the cargo containers that's sort of between you and them. Okay, so let's all roll initiative. We're gonna get into a little combat scenario here. Okay. So unfortunately, Tina is gonna be going last. There's three guys. One to your left, and there's two to your right. And one of them is behind cover. He's got partial cover right now.
I assume it's just like straight ahead to the east.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit one of these guys. I want to shoot him with my silenced pistol.
Oh, sick. So John, this guy, you're shooting the guy to the left. He's 30 meters away from you. You have 5 combat dice that you can divvy up. You can add them to your action, or you can save them to defend against anybody else attacking you until your next turn. When your next turn comes up, your dice pool refreshes.
All right, I'm gonna use 2.
So
6.
You can roll 7.
Seven.
Yep, 7 with a target number of 4. 2 successes. So what's the damage code on your gun? What does it say for damage? 6L light. He's gonna roll his body versus target number 6. I think it was. Yeah. This guy got no successes. So John, you got 2 successes. You shoot this dude, fucking wings him right in the shoulder and spins him around. He's still alive, but he looks like it fucking got him pretty good.
Nice. I like the idea of like slowly charging towards somebody and just like emptying like more rounds than I need. Like 6 rounds of like silence.
So, but not good that you brought that up. Since it's a semi-automatic weapon, you can fire another round this turn. You can shoot another round at him if you want.
I want to riddle this guy like fucking RoboCop style.
Okay, so you can fire again. This time it is a target number 6 because of the recoil. Let's do target number 7. Yeah, same die. Well, you can do 5 plus however many from your combat pool. 1 success. So you shoot this guy and you get him right in the back, and he like does like the old westerns where he grabs with both hands at the wound. He's like, oh, and he straightens up, and he falls to the ground. He's not dead, but he's like squirming on the ground. Like you fucked him up pretty good. Yeah. And so here's how initiative works.
Oh yeah, this is weird in Shadowrun.
Yeah,
right?
in Shadowrun, initiative works in phases of 10. So John gets to go twice in this combat phase, but he has to go. He has to wait till everybody else goes at least once, and then he gets to go again.
He gets a turn after me, and then we start over with John as the first turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy to your right, behind cover, he's gonna take a shot at John. He also has a pistol, but he has a Ares Predator, which is pretty fucking badass. Target number 4.
Can wired reflexes dodge a bullet?
That'd be awesome.
So, we'll see in a second. So I think he rolls against your bot. What's your armor?
Armor jackets, ballistic 5. Armor clothing,
so
ballistic 3.
So we'll say it's a 5 because we go with the highest. He does not get any successes.
Nice.
He fires and it just kind of like, no, he doesn't even hit you. It goes wide. He's going to take another shot though, because he can take 2 shots. And he fails again. 2 huge gunshot explosions just ring out. It's not silenced though.
I'm gonna keep walking towards him.
It's awesome.
John's just like caught John's attention, and now he's just like slowly walking towards us, like he's in fucking trouble now.
It's like Schwarzenegger, like
Nice.
Terminator 1, just determined to kill this man. So now his turn is over.
Right. Next guy.
Next guy is going to. He has a bat. He's going to go for John, too. John right now is unstoppable. Tina, you look like you have 2 fucking people on your shoulders. They can kind of tell that you're occupied. And John just fucking cleaned one guy out. So this guy runs over to hit John with his bat. And so this is how melee combat works. And you basically are both trying to fight each other right now. So you can use your Aikido skill to fight him. Target number 4. So this guy got 1 success. You have 3 successes. So yeah, you chop this guy right in the fucking face.
Heck yeah.
And it's not quite like, it's not a killer chop like your other moves. This just connects with this guy right across the fucking nose into just a clean break. And he just kind of like staggers backwards and is like kind of stunned. His bat is like off to the side.
So one guy just got like chopped. He's stunned. He had a bat. He's rolling back. The other guy took his turn. He like tried to shoot at John 2 times.
Other guy's still behind cover. So one guy's right in front of John. He just got clocked. The other guy is behind cover.
She's got shit dude on her left shoulder. She's got Rory on her right shoulder. She's gonna unholster her shotgun, her T250. That's actually got a silencer on it, which is pretty sick. And she's gonna level that right at that guy.
Who did she drop?
She didn't drop anybody. She's got like Rory on her shoulder.
Okay, so
but she's not like holding on to him at this point.
So I'm gonna say you're gonna need to roll me some quickness dice, like a pretty hard number. I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll an 8. Target number 8.
Come on, baby. I got 1 6.
Let's roll it. Let's see what you do.
And a 4.
Okay. As you're shifting, Rory falls to the ground, and he's so out of it, he just sort of falls onto his like knees and into a pathetic ball.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you're able to clear your shotgun.
And I do one of those sick John Wayne from True Grit. Tina like swings it and like spins around her finger, and she cocks it as she does that and just like levels the thing at the guy.
Okay.
And blast him.
Okay, so you're going to roll. What's your firearm or what's your shotgun skill? I know you have a specialty in.
I have a 5 in my specialty as a Defiance T250, but I also get combat dice.
Yes.
And I'm gonna roll a full 5 more.
God damn. All right, so roll those dice. The target number is going to be.
She's still carrying Rory.
She's carrying the vault, but Rory kind of like slumped off her shoulder while she drew her shotgun.
The target number is going to be 10. It would normally be a 6, but it's also +4 because he's behind partial cover as well. So how many 6s did you get?
I had 2 6s.
So you can roll those 2 again, and you're looking for a 4.
I got a 6 and a 4.
2 successes. Damn, dude. Nice.
Nice.
Now he's going to roll his body. 2 successes. So you do your normal damage to him.
Yeah.
So this shot, I mean, the spread is so wide at that point that you just see it just completely pepper the side of this fucking cargo container, and you just see like a few of them hit him right in the fucking face, and then he falls off to the side behind the containers. You don't see him anymore.
Nice.
You got him pretty good.
And Tina is now measured the situation. One guy is dead. The other guy, John, just chopped and he's stunned. He's falling backwards. He's only got a baseball bat. The other guy, she just peppered with some shotgun spray. So she picks up Rory that was on the ground. She looks back at John. She's like,
Boat now.
Let's roll.
and she just starts sprinting, knowing that like everyone's kind of like out of it. And they kind of have some clear to make a break for the edge of the docks here.
Okay.
Let's circle back. I'm going to use, for my sweet call signs, I'm going to use office terms.
As you guys do this, another not quite as big as the enormous explosion from before, but like Tina's grenade goes off back behind you guys, and you just hear that explosion. All this took place in like 20 seconds, and you just hear this grenade go off.
Perfect.
It just now went off because I just remembered it. So
I was going to ask you about that.
convenient timing.
I was like, wait a minute, was that a dud? What happened with that?
Wait, so the grenade didn't hit the person?
I assume it splattered his body across all of those containers back behind us.
Yeah.
You'll never know. So
Okay.
it's back behind you guys, behind the containers and everything. It was
Tina just like carves a notch in her bedpost, like in her mind mentally,
Right.
as that grenade goes off.
she gets a little flushed.
Nice.
So yeah, this dude's like in front of you. He's like still staggering backwards with a broken nose. He's like fuck, but he's still up. But you guys are able to run past him.
Okay.
You run over. Your boat's still there. It's tied up.
Okay, so yeah, we come up to the edge, and the boat's like down below. It's like 10 feet down below in the water. So Tina just like tosses Rory into the water, drops him like kind of next to the boat, quickly like scales down the ladder with one hand with the vault, and gets down into the boat, reaches in the water and like tries to grab Rory and just pull him up.
He's like fucking sputtering. He's like sputtering. He's like, now he's frigid cold from the water. He's like fucking hands are still stumps bleeding, and there's gauze wrapped all around him. He looks like a fucking pathetic mess. And
Tina just slides into the driver's seat effortlessly, looks up at John. She rips into the engine and starts it up.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. So John jumps into the boat with you guys. You guys are able to kind of speed away. The police, you can hear that now, like that line is kind of, they're breaking that line. They're kind of making their way into the island there, and it's you can hear way more commotion going on around you, and you can hear the police boats. There's a couple more of them piling in along the north side of this island, and more cops are sort of rushing onto this island. They're starting to take this place as you guys are moving away.
We're driving out of this bay. She's just beelining it. Full throttle, tearing out. Huge tails coming out the back.
Okay. As you guys are driving away, you see a police boat.
Shit.
I'm gonna roll a perception to see if these cops see you guys speeding away.
Keep in mind, Tina has a transport focus of 3.
So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you roll 3, and your target number is going to be their intelligence, which is 3.
1 success.
1 success. And they're gonna roll their intelligence against your boat driving skills.
Ah, damn it.
2 successes.
God damn.
And just they flip on this spotlight from like the bow of their ship, and it just like fucking just like lights you guys all up.
Fuck.
Thank you for listening to Pink Fohawk. You can check out new episodes every 2 weeks. Until then, please like, tell your friends, follow us on Instagram, do the whole thing. Thanks again for giving us your time. It's the most precious commodity any person has. Pink Fohawk theme created by Collin Ruffino. You can find links to his website in the description below, along with credits for other songs used in this episode. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
I think John should have slipped into like boat shoe, like yacht rock boat shoe.
That's what I was just going to ask.
You're not going to have him wear the ninja sock? The toe
That'd be kind of
socks?
sick. Like some ballet shoes or some shit.
No, not yet. Maybe John will have a moment where he's in like his apartment with like a yoga mat doing like a Seagal style dojo
Training.
moment. Yeah.
like nose diving off of like a 12-foot thing off of his, and then doing a roll in his living room, like testing like these fucking reflexes.
Yeah, well, like he's doing a morning meditation, and someone attacks him, and he has to fucking immediately go in.
Clouseau style.
Yeah.